Well, guys, we got some white guilt on display here that seems to be backfiring hard, and I've got to say, I love it. This is coming from some Twitter Trout, Dr. Charlotte Proudman, who, if memory serves, was bang on lockdowns and all that tribe to go along with the side order of white guilt that we've got here. This time, though, it relates to Suella Braverman essentially giving Enoch Powell's Rivers of Blood speech without actually saying it. She said that multiculturalism will end in tears, which many of us have been saying for a while, but to be honest, the Tories ain't going to do anything to stop it, are they? This is just election talk, plain and simple, because 1 million more legal migrants are due to enter the country this year. That is something the government could stop if they wanted to, but clearly they don't, as it's been that high since 2021, if I remember right. So while she is correct that it will end in tears, to put it lightly, she's also letting it happen, as has every government before now. Also, on top of that, Suella Braverman went on to say that white people shouldn't feel guilty, and while she is right, I'm telling you now that 99% of white people don't feel guilty at all. It's the same way that 99% of black people don't feel guilty for the terrible things other black people do and did back in the past.
The left can only sell its vision for the future by making people feel terrible about our past. White people do not exist in a special state of sin or collective guilt. Nobody should be blamed for things that happened before they were born.
I mean, I've never met a black man who feels guilty that other black men run around London gutting each other like fish on a daily basis, because it's not them doing it, is it? People should take responsibility for their own actions and never the actions of others, and certainly not when the actions took place years ago, like slavery. Then, and most important in my mind, is no one should ever feel guilty for the colour of their skin. This should go without saying, but in 2023 there are some idiots out there who do. In fact, I'd go as far as saying everyone should be proud of not only their race, but also nationality, heritage and everything that makes them who they are. Me, I'm proud to be white and have no problem saying it, the same way black guys I know are proud to be black. Obviously, Suella Braverman saying things like this was always going to kick off the race hustlers, and without fail, it did exactly that. Charlotte, as I said, pumped out this ridiculous tweet and then got roasted, and rightly bloody so. She states here, as a white person, we must recognise our privilege under white supremacy, colonialism and imperialism. People of colour have been denied equality because of conscious and unconscious racism and prejudice, so yes, we should feel guilty and ashamed. Yeah, the white guilt and white saviour complex is there for all to see, and thankfully a bunch of black people have called out this deluded Trout with comments like this. As a black male, I have to disagree with your statement. White guilt is just as, if not more damaging to black people, and stating that you have white privilege gives off an impression of self-proclaimed superiority. Oh yes, mate, that's exactly what this is. Here you have a white woman who thinks she's better than you and that you can't get anywhere on your own, and so you need her whiteness to save your poor oppressed minority soul. It's about as racist and condescending as it gets if you ask me, but she'll call you a racist for not accepting her white guilt. Anyway, he waffles on further down, which you can read as I'll leave on, but you get the point anyway. Like white people, the issue black people faces are not down to racism, they're down to 100 other things that literally will never be racism. These days, white people do suffer racism, yes, but this, while annoying, is not holding white people back, is it? It's just turning more people against the government and media's idea of multiculturalism. Idiots like Charlotte here must either not see how bad this looks or just don't care in their desperate drive for likes, comments and virtue signalling bullshit, because here you actually have black people asking her what gives her the right to think she's superior to him, which did make me laugh, but of course he's correct. How they don't see that saying white privilege is a thing means they're saying white people are better than black actually baffles me, but they keep doing it despite the fact it pisses black people off more than it does us, I think. I mean, I know it bloody would if I was black, that's for sure. But I've got to say that tweets like this do show you who the real racists really are. I mean, not even the KKK would sit there saying black people can't help themselves and so a white man needs to help them. The so-called anti-racists are more racist than the KKK in 2023. Who actually would have guessed that?